How's it going, everybody? I'm the CDH warrior, and we are taking on more of 9 RIP. I think this should be chapter... Why is my audio so bad? Come on. Is there anything in life that's going to go right for me right now? I just need my life to work. I'm hoping this audio issue will fix itself. If not, oh well. I don't know what in the heck I'm doing. I think it's funny Hanya is the only other person online right now. Not of my knowledge. I've let the thing run twice. Let's go ahead and get into this. Okay. So this is the start of chapter 7. I don't think we have much. Hello to all 4 of my viewers. I don't think we have a lot to continue with. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Oh. Twitch, why do you do this to me? Oh, isn't there supposed to be audio? Okay. After Kuriha and Yui set off to investigate, I thought about things on my own. There goes the sound. That was hilarious. Beyond the divine invocation, there might be another connection between the Sukigami, Kuriha, and Rat. Kuriha mentioned questioning the other ghosts about his own identity, but nobody recognized him. However, he likely didn't speak to the Rat. If the Forbidden Room was linked to the Rat, it could hold a clue about Kuriha's lost memories as well. For now, I needed to find out all I could about the Forbidden Room. So far, the 7 wonders were largely tied to the divine invocation incident. It would make sense if the Forbidden Room was tied to them as well. Which means that Kuriha and the Wrath probably had something to do with the divine invocation incident. For the moment, I decided to summarize all I knew about those involved in the murders. First was Yui. She was Isao Tsukugande's only daughter, and her disappearance served as the catalyst for the murders. Next was Isao Tsukugane himself. Given Yui's behavior, it seemed unlikely he was at the school. Then, there were the victims, 6 in total, as far as I was aware. First was Hideki. Though not killed by Isao Tsukugane himself, he was abducted and confined at the estate. Next was the girl who became a rat, the one Yui apologized to in the cafeteria. She turned into a rat while I was with Hideki. Next, the ghost called the Drawing Board. He was kidnapped by Tsukugane in prison and had now crossed over. Finally, Hanako at the toilet. Her story was a lot like the Drawing Board, and she too had crossed over. I had interacted with all these victims so far, which meant there should be 2 more. It was possible they'd already crossed over, but if they were still here, I should try and find those 2 as well. If they lived during the same time as the rat, they might know something. I should go back and talk to Hideki again. Deep in thought, I heard the door to the nurse's office click and swing open. There stood Yui at the doorway. Welcome back, I'm glad to see you made it back again. I was feeling anxious around and was relieved to see Yui again. I'm glad to see you all right as well. After entering the room, she quickly locked the door and approached. Her face was grave as she pulled up a chair and approached. I found out some more information about the Forbidden Room. Really? That's great. I'm so glad to hear there was another ghost who knew about it. I spoke with the girl from the cafeteria. It's surprising, actually. You both share the same uniform. Oh, did she have a lunchbox with her? She might be the ghost connected to the 7 Wonders. Ah, so that's the deal with lunchbox. I didn't really have the chance to ask her about it. Anyway, about the Forbidden Room. It was one of the 7 Wonders back when she was still alive. Oh, really? Which means it's no longer considered one of the 7 Wonders. Correct. A student was looking for the truth. A student that was looking for the truth when being exposed to it. Turns out the truth was completely ridiculous. Soon the interest in the room faded, and it was replaced as one of the 7 Wonders. That's interesting, but what determines a rumor getting removed from the school's 7 Wonders anyway? The Red Book in the library previously mentioned something about working to become famous enough to join the ranks of the 7 Wonders. I wonder if there's someone like Sayaka managing the school's 7 Wonders. That's just silly, but I'm sure she'd love to do it. Well, that's decided by the students at school, so it's not something I know much about. No, that's what I figured out about the Forbidden Room. Ah, yes, please continue. Yui nodded and began to tell me all that she had learned. On the first floor of Miramigahama High School's main building, if you walk alone there at twilight, you may hear the sounds of a young girl crying. Her voice sounds muffled, as though she's been in prison somewhere. One day, a student stayed late after school, heard the pained cries of the girl and decided to go looking for her. The student followed the sobs, checking every classroom along the way. Yet, there's one classroom that always remained locked. Yet for some reason on that day, it was open. There was a girl inside the classroom, and when the student approached her, she spoke. "Thank you for finding me. I was under a spell that prevented me from escaping, and I was crying out of despair. The side of the girl's mouth was slit open. I'm glad you came. Now I can devour a human." It turns out it wasn't a girl at all, but a monster with a hideous demonic face. Before the student could scream, the girl's huge hand lunged forward and consumed her. Indeed, the Forbidden Room isn't a place, it's a demon. A demon placed under a terrible spell which prevented them from leaving the room. That's why she continues to cry, in hope that another student will find her. Even today, whenever twilight comes, the cries echo through the school's crimson halls. Those cries of a hungry demon. Okay, so we're back to a demon. That's the story behind the room. Now, as for the brave student who tried to figure out the truth, that brave student roamed the first floor of the main building as twilight fell. Yet there were no cries to be heard. Then, just as the student was about to head home, a faint cry broke through the eerie silence. But something about the sound was odd. The student followed the cries. They were actually coming from the library. The library should have been closed at this hour. Staff was still at school and the door was unlocked. Approaching the counter, the source of the cries, the student asked, "Teacher, what's with that dog?" There below the counter was a small pet carrier with a dog down inside. "Oh, my apologies for the noise. This is the principal's dog. I'm in charge of taking care of it here once a month." The cries were more like yaps. The truth behind the demon, it was just a small dog. The Forbidden Room was just the library, which was normally closed in the evening. So that's the secret of the Hidden Room. How dumb. When Yui finished her story, I couldn't help but feel a little let down. That does sound pretty silly, though I kind of prefer it being harmless. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but that's not really the truth of the matter. I had a feeling that would be the case. If it were just a dog, why would there be a final corpse flower on the circuit? The rumor was about the first floor of the main building, considering that's not where the library is. Okay. Exactly. We'll need to investigate the true location to clear up the room. According to the room had to be on the first floor, but the first floor of the school building was fairly large. The drawing boy appeared in any classroom if you summoned him. Maybe there's a way to call the source of the room to you. Alright, say I stopped by earlier. You wanted me to keep this to you. Yui set a small cloth bag on the table. What's this? I picked it up, and floral scent blowing my nose. It smells like cauliflower flower. You thought it might help cleanse the air around you. Wow, that's great. Did Saya leave already? Yes. He said he had other business to take care of elsewhere. I wish I could have thanked him in person. Oh well. Still, I'm not sure this will be enough to keep safe. That's right. It would be best if you had someone to go with you. Is there anywhere in particular you want to investigate? Not really. I was just curious. Actually, I really want to go see Kiki and track down the other victims. Other victims of the blind indication and stuff. But it was hard for me to tell Yuri that. Well, I'll go find the location of the hidden room. Sorry for all the trouble. There's no need to apologize, but I'll gladly accept gratitude instead. Thanks, Yui.
どういたしまして。
You're welcome.
それでは行ってくるわね。鍵を忘れずに。
Well, I'd best get going. Don't forget to lock up after. Yes, best of luck. Didn't we have a wrath chase us earlier? Yui stepped out of the nurse's office, and I made sure to lock the door after her. Silence filled the empty nurse's office. I glanced at the table and noticed the hand mirror still lying there, my face, and the mark on my right cheek. I moved closer to the table, picked up the mirror and examined my reflection. I look awful. The mark didn't hurt at all, but touching it stirred a whirlwind of anger inside, sending shivers down my spine. And the way it looks, I can't let anyone see like this, especially not her. True, I'd already seen the mark, but I couldn't help but wanting to see it in a better light. I gazed into the mirror again and adjusted my hair to hide the mark. Do I have feelings for Koreha? Now wasn't the time for me to be thinking about such things, but I couldn't help myself. No, I need to push these feelings aside. Besides, even if I did have feelings for it, it's not like anything could happen between us. There's no point in thinking about it. I sighed, placing the hand mirror back and pulling out a chair. I tried to refocus, piecing together the information we had gathered. The forbidden room. Well, I guess we know it's not the library. That was when it struck me. Maybe the Red Book keepers. When I talked with the Red Book before, it seemed to know a lot about the school's rumors, overhearing things from various students, which means it might know rumors about the too. It might be worth asking. When Koreha returns, I'll see if he can join me and check it out. I pondered the next steps and I heard the knock and cautiously approached. It's me. Can you hear me? That's Koreha's voice. Yes, I can hear you. Can you tell me the password? I pressed my ear against the door, heart racing. All he's doing is saying my name. Why am I getting so nervous? Koreha moves through it. I'm back. He said it like he was riding home. The simple word made me smile. I tried to dismiss my feelings for him, thinking it was pointless to indulge them. Maybe I can ask him. Okay, why do I need to make you? Ask him to say it again. I just couldn't hold back. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Could you say it again? Maybe I was too quiet. I'll say it one more time. Lisa, I'm back. Thank you for watching. He said more this time. I wonder if I'll say it again. Just one last time. I just couldn't hold back. Sorry, I still didn't catch that. I thought I was pretty loud this time. Oh no, he's on to me. I hurriedly opened the door. There isn't a whole lot left to Chapter 7.
Oi.
Hey, if you didn't hear me, you shouldn't just open the door like that. Oh, he's right. There goes my excuse. Serves me right for being greedy. Anyway, please come in. I ushered Koreha into the room, and I quickly locked the door. Don't tell me that you were actually able to hear me. Yes. Yes, I'd better come in. I actually did hear you the first time. It was just hearing you say my name and saying I'm back was just so nice to hear. I just wanted to hear you say it again. I was so embarrassed I couldn't even look at it. Then I felt a gentle touch on my head. Looking up, I saw Koreha's smiling as he patted me
そ
on
れ
the
なら
head.
入ってからでもよかっただろ
You know, you could have just asked me after I came
兄
inside.
さんが無事で嬉し
I'm
い
glad you're safe, sir.
ただいま帰ったぞ
I'm back now. You're with me. My quickly beating heart burst with emotion. Welcome back, Carl. I'm glad you're alright.
帰るのを楽しみにしていたんだがまさかこんなに嬉しいことが待っているとは
Nice surprise.
なあ
Yes.
俺に何度も名を呼
Calling
ばせ
by your name.
それに喜ぶお前が見られた
Seeing you smile back. How could I not? So Koreha was happy about that too. My heart began to race, and I had to look away. I'm glad to hear that. I was heading to sit down at the table when you gently took my hand.
手を握る約束だっただろ
You promised to hold hands, didn't you? His firm grip made my cheeks flush to an even deeper shade of red. Right, we did.
なんだ
Oh, did you
忘
forget?
れていたの
Don't
か
tell me I was the only one.
俺は楽しみにしていたんだ
No, I'm sorry. I was looking forward to it too.
それなら許す
I'm honestly hoping we get the godly ending of this. Kuroha grinned, making my heart skip another beat. We took our seats at the table ready to discuss what Kuroha had found out.
俺が調べてきた情報だ
I
が
went out looking to find new information, but Kuroha began, suddenly lowering the tone of his
ど
voice.
うやらあの悪霊は
It
俺にも目を
seems
つ
the
けた
rat
らしくてな
has started
気づくと
targeting me
気配がする
as well. I find myself constantly sensing her nearby. What? You think she's following you? Kuroha nodded, and I waved a concerned pressure. I'm glad you're safe. Kuroha, if you were to get hurt, I felt as afraid as if it were happening to me. Was it because we were together, or because she feared Kuroha would remain silent? Either way, the following her was troubling.
俺のことは心配しなくていい
You don't need to
そ
worry.
れよりも思うように動けないのが
It's more of a nuisance, really. Her presence is preventing me from moving freely.
だから成果を
So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any new information this time. No, it's alright. Your safety is what matters most. I'm hoping we're gonna get the godly end, because it's supposed to be really good. Wait, does that mean she's outside listening to us? In that case, should we even be talking openly like this? I looked away from Kuroha, trying to think about what to do next. That was when my eyes landed on my bag, carelessly placed on the edge of the table. Oh right. I took out my stationery notebook and placed them on the table. Now that you're back, do you mind if I take a quick note and hear everyone out? As I spoke, I scribbled a message in the notebook. Once finished, I turned it toward Kuroha. She could be outside the room right now listening. In on us. I think we should communicate in
Ah.
writing.
分かったゆっくり休ん
Understood.
でくれ
That's well then. Kuroha pulled his chair closer to mine. The fact that he was so close made my heart beat fast. But I quickly refocused and continued writing. I got some new information from the writing. It was a lot of information to write down, so I wrote him a brief summary of what we found out about the Forbidden Realm. I also wrote down my thoughts about the victims of the divine invitation incident. When I finished, I gave an accomplished sign. Kureha then gestured for me to give him the pen. I watched as Kureha skillfully wrote the words down as letters like calligraphy. His handwriting is impeccable. For a maybe 20-year-old ghost? Yeah. He tapped the notebook with his finger, and I looked down to see what he read. I agree with your suggestion. Thank goodness. I nodded with a smile. Kureha continued writing before setting the pen down on the letter. The wraths followed me. I'll distract her while you go talk to Himiki. This might sound scary, but I think it's important for you to know. I only saw her from afar, so I can't say for sure. But it seems the wrath's arms grow back. Reading that sent chills down my spine. So physical attacks don't affect me. Kureha must have seen my concern and given a comforting pat on my back. I don't want to make you worry more. I nodded to show I was okay. Kureha's in far more danger than me. He's using himself as bait. Kureha suddenly placed his finger under my chin and looked at my face. His face inched closer and... Huh? I felt his cold breath graze my ear, causing my heart to leap with
ちゃんと
anticipation.
悪霊を引きつけてみせる。だから不安に思わなくていい。
Oh, wow. Oh. He was always thinking about me, putting me and my needs above himself. I leaned in and whispered to Kureha. Kureha, I was so worried about you. Kureha's expression twitched slightly as he pulled back, a hint of red on his cheeks. Do we know exactly what Kureha's supposed to be a ghost from the divine invocation incident, if I'm correct? He chuckled softly, and I picked up the pen from the table. Now, part of the divine invocation incident, I'll be 100% honest, we need to see... I want to do the second half of this route, if possible, this month, although I doubt it. He chuckled softly and picked up the pen from the table. If the memories the Wrath was trying to keep hidden are connected to you, Kureha, I think your memories are the key to unlocking the Forbidden Ring. If the Wrath is following you, maybe it shows she's worried about you too. After writing, I looked straight at Kureha. He seemed deep in thought, reading my words carefully and deliberately. I moved closer and whispered, I want to help you cross over. I want to free you from whatever's holding you here, because I want you to find peace. I stepped away and looked to find Kureha staring back at me with surprise. His hand slowly stretched out to me. As he touched my hair, I felt compelled to look away from him. That's the cheek with the mark. I didn't want him to see me like this, to see his strange appearance, to see the strange appearance of this. Yet Kureha moved his face closer to mine and whispered gently to me, no matter what happens, you'll always be beautiful in my eyes. He was always so direct with me, which was how I knew his words were genuine. The sound of those gentle words and the emotions they carried brought joy to my heart. Then I felt something cold brush against my cheek. Oh. I let out a small gasp. He was kissing the mark. A mixture of embarrassment and worry welled within me. Is it really okay for him to kiss there? Kureha. Don't. If you kiss there, I whispered in protest, but he ignored me and continued with this
こうす
gets.
ることでお前に
I
かかっ
thought
ている
perhaps this
俺
might
に移
shift
ってく
the
れないか
curse
と思って
from
な
you to me.
俺は
I
お
want to
前と
help
同じものを背負いたい
carry your burdens, even if they're fatal. Yet his words brought tears to my
お
eyes.
前が背負っているものを
Please, let
俺
me
に分けてくれ
help you shoulder this weight.
このあざもうつしおに残してきた悩
Be
み
it
も
this mark or the worries you have in the mortal world. Everything. Farah is always so many steps ahead of me. Thank you so much. Farah's kindness enveloped me, bringing peace to my troubled heart. Even in this strange world, under this ominous curse, I was undeniably filled with joy. And amidst happiness, I began to feel something new taking shape. I'm falling for him. Believe it or not, we've only got 2 chapters left. He retreated slightly, but kept his face close to
お
mine.
前は眠っていることになって
You're
いるし
supposed to be asleep right now, so perhaps we should be quieter.
声を潜めて話そう
Yes. I want to stay like this for now. I want to stay by Kureha's side. I began to feel that impossible dream start to take hold of me. I'm hoping we're gonna get the heavenly end. I cracked open the door of the nurse's office and took a cautious look outside. She's not here. We talked together for some time before Kureha went out again. If I'm not back in about 10 minutes, consider my distraction successful. You go talk to Hideki in the meantime. Ever since I arrived in this world, time seemed frozen. Every clock was still. My smartphone's battery had long since died. All I could do was guess, but after what I thought was 10 minutes passed, I left. I also left a note for Yui, telling her that I was out with Hideki. I gently closed the door behind me and headed to the central stairway, doing my best to stay silent. As I walked, my mind drifted to feelings for Kureha. He seemed to share my feelings, yet he didn't say so outright. Likely because there was no interest in the future. In that case, it's probably better to leave these feelings unsaid. Saying them out loud would only make things more painful later down the line. I'm hoping we're gonna get the good end. Kureha's perspective. She seemed to be following me. The wrath doesn't seem to be very good at following this week. A simple glance was all it took to spot her, yet she maintained a significant distance, continuously observing every move. I hope Misa managed to meet up with Hideki. I hope the two of them were able to talk. It was tough knowing how helpless I was. All I did was distract the wrath. Hey, look, it's the time traveler. I turned to see the girl, the 7th of the school's 7 wonders.
その呼び方はど
I'm
うなん
not
だ
sure I like that name.
だって
Can you
今
blame
時
me?
着物なんて
You hardly
幽霊で
ever
もあ
see
んまり見ないわ
ghosts
よ
walking around kimonos these days. Indeed. She had a point. Among ghosts here, there were only a few who did.
まだおかしな世界のままなのね
This world is still
こ
weird,
れでは
huh?
彼を探せないわ
How the heck am I supposed to find with the world like this?
そういえば
Speaking
思い
of
人を
which,
待ってい
you're
る
looking for
の
your
か
love, right?
多分
Yeah,
成
but I
仏
think
してる
he's
気が
already
するん
crossed
だよね
over. I've been waiting for him for years.
何年か待ってみたけ
Still
ど
no sign of it.
私を残して先に行
How
っちゃう
cruel
なん
of
て
him to leave me here
告
after he
白し
asked
てお
me
いて
out.
白状よ
成仏した先で待っているんじゃないか。
It's waiting on you, waiting for you on the other
それで
side.
も
Even
私は
so,
まだ
I
行けない
can't go just yet, at least not
多
until
分
that terrible
私の噂話がなくなるまで
How can I cross over when people can
毒を持った女のままじゃ浮かばれないもの
She didn't actually kill him. Could it be she killed herself because of the false rumor the students spread about her? I wanted to console her, but I couldn't find the right words to say to
お
her.
兄さんは後悔のないようにね
You don't
余
have
裕ぶって思い
want
を
to
伝
have
え
any
ないままでい
regrets,
たら
okay?
後で痛い目に遭うけど
If
よ
you've got feelings for
私みたい
something,
に
tell them. Otherwise, you'll end up talking. Is she saying this because she knows I have feelings for Lisa? Is it really that
私
obvious?
の幸せ
The
は
only happiness I felt was
彼がお
from
弁
being
当を
the
食べている
one.
間だけだったな
Her faint smile made me stop and think. Tell her my feelings. I told her many times I was attracted to her, but I never explicitly stated my feelings for her. After all, if we were destined to part, wouldn't it be better to leave such things unsaid? I'm honestly hoping we're going to get a good end here. Protagonist perspective. Now we're back to Hibiki. I reached the staircase and found Hibiki waiting for me in the mirror. When I mentioned I needed to talk to him, he quickly stepped out of the mirror. He then gazed at me, a pained look on his face.
そうしたらそのあざは消えないん
So
です
that
か
mark still hasn't gone away, huh? If the wrath is the ghost of the forbidden room, I think it might disappear when we find out her name. Hibiki stared at the ground, silent for a moment.
もしもあなたの考えた通り神殺し事件の被害者が全員ここにいるなら
If all the victims of the phone invocation incident have gathered here just as you suspected, he turned to the mirror and placed his hand over. Hibiki, what are you
あな
doing?
たが入れるように
I'm giving
許
permission
可
to
を出
enter.
しているんです
Huh? Permission? You mean so I can enter the mirror? Hibiki nodded in response. Previously, he mentioned me needing permission to go inside the mirror. From deep within the mirror, I saw a creepy dull blue light glinting at irregular intervals. I then felt a lukewarm wind pass through, causing the hair on my arms to stand up. I'd seen and experienced many mysterious things ever since entering this world, and yet... This is amazing. What is this?
これで終わりです
And that's it.
さあ
Come, let's
行
go.
きましょう
Wait. What's the point of me going inside the mirror?
神死事件の被害
To
者を
look for the
鏡の
victims
中
of
に
the
入
divine
って探すため
invocations
です
inside the mirror.
僕は声
I
さえ
can
聞
tell
けば
from
多
your
分
voices.
わかるから
Just from their voices? That seems rather odd. So, don't you already know who the other victims
以
are?
前に話しましたけ
I
ど
told you before, I don't make
僕は
contact
他の
with
幽
the
霊を
other
避けてい
ghosts.
たんです
I don't interact with them.
接触することも
I've
観
never
察
even
する
seen
ことも
most of them. That's right, he did say that before.
月神家に誘
When I
拐
was
されていた
imprisoned
時
here in the
被
Sukidama
害者た
state,
ちの
I
泣き叫ぶ
constantly
声
heard
を
the
聞いて
cries
過
and
ごしていました
screams. I still remember each
そ
one
の
of their
日あの
voices.
時
At the
僕は
time,
小部屋に
I was
監禁され
imprisoned
ていた
in a
ので
tiny room. I could
音
only
でし
gain
か外の
information
情報
from
を
smell,
探れなかった
which is why I paid close attention to
だ
everything.
から
His explanation was short, but I understood. It must have been a truly horrible situation. Even thinking back on that time must be so painful. I began to worry about how much trauma I was causing when I was asking about these things. I might be too late in saying this, but I'm sorry for making you relive such painful memories.
平気です
It's fine.
毎日思い
I
出して
think
いま
about
す
them
から
every day, so my future doesn't
憎
fade.
し
Speaking with a smile, I saw a darkness in the I've never seen before.
そうだ
Oh, right.
一応クレハさ
I'll
ん
make
が
it so
入れるように
Prayer
して
Hawk
お
can
きます
also
ね
enter here too. thank you. In that case, I'll leave a memo at the nurse's office and let him know. I quickly left Hibiki's mirror and ran back to the nurse's office. Actually, given the situation, it might be safer in the mirror world, because no one could enter without Hibiki's permission. That means I wouldn't have to worry about the rat. I was a bit anxious at first, but then I allowed myself to enter Hibiki's world. Oh! Inside the mirror, a blue realm unfolded. Everything appeared oddly inverted. From inside the mirror, Hibiki and I surveyed the outside world through the school's mirrors, searching for the remaining victims. Waiting to hear the various ghosts speak was tedious, but thanks to Hibiki, we were able to navigate the way safely. There's something that's still bothering me about the victims.
被害者たちについて。
What about them?
さっきあなたから話
Until
を
you
聞くまで
mentioned it, I always
神
thought
殺し事件の
divine
被害者は
indications
僕を含めて5人だと思っていたんです。
Oh, that's right. Hibiki said he went somewhere else after he died. He said that's why he wasn't involved in it happened. He didn't even know the divine invitation name. Hibiki was one of the victims, but he was locked up in a room in his state. It's no wonder he didn't know the number of victims.
当時僕が屋
At the
敷で聞い
time,
たのは
apart from
月神
possessive
さんを
county,
含めなければ
I only heard
4人分の
four
声です。
distinct voices, no more than
絶
that.
対にそれ以上はいなかった。
But you only heard them, right?
自分で言うのもなんです
I
が
don't mean to brag.
かなり正確だと思うんです。
Correct.
あの落書きくんの
I was
男の
able
子
to
も
recognize the voice
声で
of
わ
the
かり
drawing
ました
boy
から。
too. Oh. That was right. At the time he said that.
多分
This boy must have been
月
kidnapped by
神さんに
the
さらわれて
and held captive in the
屋敷
mansion.
の小部屋に幽閉されていたんだと思います。
I thought he deduced it from talking to the boy, but he actually figured it out from the boy's voice alone. It seemed he had both a keen ear and a good
残
memory.
り一人を知らないのは
I don't know the last
僕がさら
victim.
われてくる前に
They could have
殺さ
been
れた
killed
子がいた
before
の
I
か
was
もしれ
abducted.
ないなって。それか
Either
僕が死ん
that,
だ
or
後
they
に
were abducted
新
after
た
I
にさら
died.
われてきた子がいたか。
You're right. That's entirely possible too. Only Usas Kami would know the full timeline of the murders. That said, I don't think we need to focus on the timeline just yet. We went to various places, examining each classroom one by one.
やっと会えたな。
Here you are.
ずいぶん探し
I've
た
been
んだ
looking
ぞ。
for you. Kureha. It felt strange to be able to talk to him without whispering.
悪霊は撒いてきたから
I managed
鏡の中にいるのを悟られていないと思
from
う。
the lab.
だ
You
か
don't
ら
have
心
to
配
worry
した。
since I don't think she knows I'm inside the mirror. Oh, thank you for that. Hibiki's currently helping me with clues too. Hibiki.
生き生きしてるな。
Well, I'm glad to see
保
you
健室
so
で待つだけは辛か
motivated.
ったか。
Must have been tough just waiting tirelessly in the nurse's office. Yeah, that might have been the safest place, but I still wanted to help out. I'm just happy I can talk to you like this now.
俺も同じことを思っ
I
て
was
た。
thinking the same thing.
お
And
前
I'm
と
happy
堂々
talking
と
to
話せ
you
るの
like
が
this too. Great minds think alike. Despite how happy I was feeling, Kureha's expression suddenly shifted.
響き。
Hibiki,
何
why are
故
you looking at
俺
me
を
like
見ろ。
this? Huh? I turned to face Hibiki, only to see him glaring at
だ
Kureha.
って
Because the way you two are interacting, it's
二人
different.
の間に流れる空気が前と違うから。
My heart jumped. Could it be that Kureha and I were too open with our feelings? That's because I racked my brain for
お
reasons.
そらく
That is
俺が
because
彼
I'm
女を
starting to
女
see
性
her
と
as
し
a
て
woman.
意識しているからだろうな。
Let's outright admit it, Kureha. Kureha.
Eh?
Huh?
嘘。なんでそんな展開に？
That's gotta be the funniest background.
響き、
Hibiki,
恋というものは
love
予
comes
期せ
from
ぬ
the
うちに
least
始まる
expected.
ものだ。
You do well
覚えて
to
おくといい。
remember that. Why is he talking down to him?
なるほど。
I
と
see.
ても
That's
勉強
very
に
good
な
to
りまし
know.
た。
This game has some of the funniest moments in it. Understand that literally aside from the very first chapter, I've been playing this game blind. I have a walkthrough that I'm using just to know what I need to tell it. I see, that's very good to know. He's just talking. He's just taking it. Perhaps it wasn't just Kuriha that was acting strange, but Hibiki as well. Well, I guess there's no point in dwelling on it. Anyway, let's continue. The two seemed jolted back to reality after I said that. I explained what Hibiki and I were working on so Kuriha could help us as well. We resumed our search and soon entered a classroom we hadn't visited before. With reverence to our teachers, we learned. I could hear someone humming a song very well. The voice was faint, so faint I could barely hear it, despite being in the same room.
この声。
This voice. Hibiki ran up to the mirror hung on the back of the classroom. Kuriha and I quickly followed her. Many years in class we yearned. Hibiki, do you recognize that
はい。
voice?
間違いない
Yes,
と思います。
there's no mistake.
屋敷の中で聞いた歌声
It's the
そのま
same
ま。
singing I heard in the state,
ということは、
which means the
この
source of
声の
this
主は
voice is another victim of
神
the
下ろし事件の
violent
被害者の一人か。
However, even though through the mirror I was unable to see who was on the other side. The person should be in the classroom, maybe. They're in a location the mirror can't see. Still, Hibiki told me that those outside the mirror could hear us. Can we try calling out to them? Hopefully that won't scare them.
表に戻り、同
We
じ
could
教
try
室へ行くの
going
も
out
手
of
だ
the
が、
mirror to enter the
あの
classroom,
悪霊に察知
but
さ
the
れる
raft
危
could
険が
find
ある。
us. In that case, let's try talking to them from here. I took a deep breath and began speaking through the mirror. You have a very nice singing voice. The singing immediately stopped. After a short pause, I heard footsteps approaching, and a boy appeared in the mirror. Wow, what a surprise! Are you some kind of spirit that lives inside the mirror? Oh, I don't want the raft listening in. Maybe it's just best to leave the raft. That is correct, Young. I'm something very much like a spirit. I sound like the Red Book. Hibiki snickered to himself and Kuriha just smiled. That is kind of embarrassing. Oh, spirit, huh? You're wearing the school's uniform. That's pretty good. Oh, that's right. You can see me from the other side, too. I do my best to imitate humans, so I don't fight with my true form. But that's beside me. There's something I want to ask you. You're a victim of one of my education incidents. Were you imprisoned at the Supergovernment estate? Yeah, I was. What do you want to know about it? Oh, it seems pretty quiet. Maybe I shouldn't ask directly about who the last victim was. What can you tell us about the victims of one of my education incidents? Not much. I don't know them and don't really care to know them either. My life was nothing but sadness, so it didn't bother me much, even when I was in prison and ill. Are there really kids who think like this? Then why didn't you cross over? I regret that I never went to school. That's why I like this place. I can still sit in all the classes here, even though I get annoyed by the fact I can't graduate like the others. I see. So he found joy in learning, and is annoyed that his future was taken away from him. Looking at him, he was filled with mixed emotions. I think I've forgotten what it's like to feel these pure emotions. Hey,
鏡の
mirror
中か
spirit, are you alright? Wait, is he talking to me? Hibiki's shoulders tried to hold back laughter. I never imagined the guy I liked would call me a mirror spirit. Well, anyway, mirror spirit. Is that all you want to ask me? Oh, what should I do now?
事件の被害者が
I
ど
think
こ
you
で
should
殺
ask
され
me
たのか
where
聞い
the
た方がいい
victims
か
were
もです
murdered. We might
So
be able to
you
get
can
more
make-
information. The location where they were murdered? At first I couldn't understand. Oh, that's right, the victims are here because of the regrets they had in life and the grudge they kept towards the subsequent dump. The location of where they were murdered could potentially yield some clues. I realize this might be painful to remember. Do you remember where you were murdered? The boy looked up in the air and spoke with a pained expression. I was imprisoned in a tiny room. I was then blindfolded and told it was my ceremony. When I took off the blindfold, I was in a room that looked like an altar. The room itself was damp and had no windows. I went down multiple flights of stairs, so I assumed some kind of basement or something. Basement. It sounded like a fitting place for something called a room. It also hurt. It hurt so much that I wanted it to end as fast as possible. This guy was talking about the gods and whatnot. I was told to wear this strange kimono so that the gods would take life into it. He was insane, completely crazy. The boy spat out the final words with disdain, then followed up with a sigh. I'm sorry for making you remember. Then as I was speaking, I heard a sound from outside the door. No, go away. What's going on? I peeked through the mirror to see my and noticed the face of the rat. The location of my mark had started to sting. Cursed to death. Curse, 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 curse. That man. I'm no different from that man. Yet, I can't stop killing. Before I knew it, Kuroha was holding my hand.
Hibiki! Kagami o ware!
Smashed the mirror. I heard the sound of the mirror being shattered just as Kuroha ordered. Even with the splitting headache and fear gone, I couldn't stop shaking. My ears continued to ring. I heard Kuroha and Hibiki's voice as they tried to help me out. It's alright, I'm still alive. That was the Wrath's voice, but she was saying something different this time. That was all I remembered. Huh? Where am I? I slowly opened my eyes and saw the familiars. Usual familiars here. Are you awake? Does it still hurt anywhere? I turned to see Kuroha by my side. I'm fine. That's right, the mark on my face started to hurt, and I ended up passing out. I'm sorry for collapsing like that. Thanks for helping me then. I struggled to prop myself up, and Kuroha helped me. You can lay down if you need to. There's no need for you to push yourself. I'm fine, really. I don't feel bad. At all right now. I felt a little dizzy as I tried to get out of bed. But that was all. What happened to the boy? He was attacked because of me. Hibiki went out to help him, don't worry. Hibiki? Hibiki was always doing so much to help me. Thank you, Hibiki. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused. Right now, all I can do is pray for both him and the other people to stay. There's something I wanted to ask you. When the mark on your face hurt, did you see the rat in the mirror? Yes, I did. The moment I saw her eye, I felt pain shoot through me. The curse may have something to do with sight there. I wonder. You've been attacked twice thus far, and both times was when the rat was nearby. Yeah, you're right. It's still only a guess, but I believe the rat's what's activating the curse. Maybe. I looked over at Kuroha, who was deep in thought and wore a grimace on his face. No doubt he's thinking about how to help me face down this curse. Overwhelmed with gratitude, I found myself on the brink of tears. I managed to hold back and talk with Kuroha about details. The moment I felt the pain, the wrath came and tried to talk to me again. But this time she said something different. It felt like she wasn't talking to me directly. What she was saying, I think it has something to do with her regrets.
心の声
Regrets. Can you tell me what you heard? Don't have
覚え
to
てい
force
る限り
yourself.
でいいから
It's painful
教えて
to
くれない
remember
か
them.
思い
I shook my head and talked about the words she said and the things I saw.
書斎のような
It looked
景
like
色
something resembling a study. Do you think it could be Sukigami escape? She also said it's no different from that man. I'm no different from that man. Yet I can't stop killing that man. I believe she was referring to Isao Sukigami. I can't think of anyone else. Isao Sukigami murdered Indy Hiki, and I think she's comparing him to herself. Kureha looked down at the sword he carried on his side. The scowl on his face deepened, revealing the true depth of his emotions. What are you thinking about?
もし
If my memory is somehow related to that man,
その男とは
then perhaps
俺なの
that
では
man
と
is me. Without thinking, I stretched my hand out towards him, who was trembling. I couldn't help but gently touch Kureha on the cheek. Then, in that next moment,
なんだこ
what
の
is
刀
this sword?
どうして
Why is there blood on it?
血がついている俺は
Did I
死
die?
んだ
What am I
のか
doing here?
この刀
I don't know
何を持っているかわからないんだもしかし
why
て
I have this sword. Perhaps
俺
something
は死ぬ前何かあって
happened before I died. Perhaps I was the one who killed her.
人
No. I want to deny it, but the images I saw combined with this wounds caused me to panic. No, Kureha isn't a murderer. He can't be. What I saw earlier was... I felt bad saying this about Hibiki, but when I touched his hand, I felt the darkness. I had a terrible headache, but when I saw Kureha's images earlier, they didn't affect me at all. Kureha didn't have a darkness in him. I can't believe that you murdered anyone, Kureha. Even when we're touching right now, I don't sense any darkness in him. Kureha slowly pulled his hand away from me.
すまない
I'm sorry.
お前に
I
余計
think
な
I
もの
showed
を
you
見せて
something
し
you
まった
didn't need to see. It's okay, really. Even when I see your past, it doesn't affect me at all. There's no pain or headaches, I promise. Well, that makes me feel a
少
little
しだ
better.
け楽に
Thank
な
you.
った気がする
Kureha is feeling as uneasy as me, or maybe even more than me. From what I saw earlier, I conceived the sadness and confusion of Kureha. It was the first time I'd seen his regrets. Kureha was always so calm, so composed. I had no idea he was carrying such fears. Besides, it's my fault. Kureha started to think this way about himself. I'm sorry. It seems like my own theories are making me worried about your past. This is all my fault for suggesting that there could be a connection with you. A connection with that wrath in your memories, Kureha.
お前のせいではない
It's not your fault. Letting my
心乱
fears
したの
get
は
better of me is
俺
my own
自身
fault.
の問題だ
But
お前は気にしなくてい
you
い
have nothing to worry
だから
about, so please don't look at
そ
me
んな
like
顔を
that.
するな
Kureha sighed deeply and returned to his usual demeanor. Now that you're awake, I'm thinking it best to head
表の世界
back
に
to
戻
the
ろうと
outside
思う
world. I'm a little concerned
響
about
きが
Hibiki.
それとユイ
Also,
が
you
新たな
may
情
have
報を持っ
obtained
ている
some
か
new
もしれない
information for us too. Please let me go with you. I'm worried about Hibiki too.
いや
No,
お
you
前
stay
はここ
here.
に残って
It
もら
will
う
be safe so long as what
さっきの
happened
ようなこ
earlier
とをしな
doesn't
ければ
happen again.
ここは
I understood why Kureha was worried, but thank you for trying to keep me safe. I am grateful, but please let me stay with you. I'm responsible for dragging everyone into this mess. I was unsettled by the fact that people like that boy were being attacked because of me. Besides, I realized something else in there. I wasn't safe in there, not as long as I had this mark, this curse on my face. I dropped to my knees in front of Kureha and bowed to him.
何を
What are you doing? I can't keep hiding forever. Please, Kureha, let me go with you. I'm weak, and I know that I've caused everyone to worry about me, but I promise to protect my mind from now on, no matter what. That's really all I can promise, and that I'll try to protect my own mind. In the previous fight, he promised to protect me, and now I wanted to offer a promise of my own. This is something only I can do, something I must do. It's my life after all.
兄さん
Lisa. Kureha gently nudged my head upwards and helped me to my feet.
約束を
Thank you for your
ありがとう。
promise. I trust your words.
その言葉と
Thank you.
俺も
Then allow
改め
me
て約束しよ
to make
魂
another
にかけ
promise.
て
I swear on my soul to
う
protect
お
you.
前を守ると
Something about him saying that he swore on his soul left me worried, but I made up my mind to protect him too, so I said, please don't swear on your soul. If you were gone, I'd feel so sad. I'd completely fall apart. Kureha didn't respond, but I feel like I have to say it. I yield.
まったくお前には負けるそう言われてしまっては無茶できないじゃないか
Okay. Before, all I could do was hide behind fear, but not anymore. I would stand next to him and stand up to my fears with him.
俺を心配してくれたんだ
You
ろ
were worried about me, right, Lisa?
ありがとうな兄さん
Hearing him say my name again made my heart flutter. We've only got 2 chapters left. I feel so happy whenever Kureha says Nisa. It makes me feel warm.
それじゃあ
Let's
響のと
hurry
こ
and
ろに
find
急ごう
Hibiki. I'm worried he's still
今だ
not
戻っ
back. Yes. At the base of the stairs, we noticed that Hibiki was in front of a mirror. The boy from before was with him too. Thank goodness they're safe. Hibiki. When he saw us, he rushed down the steps to where we were. He then pulled us toward the side of the hallway.
今は出られません
We can't go out right now.
あ
The
なたた
rat
ちが
that
言
you
っている
mentioned
悪霊が
previously is probably
鏡の前で
malicious
待ち伏せしています
in front of the mirror.
あんた
You, I couldn't tell
鏡越しじゃ
through
わ
the
からなかったけ
mirror,
ど
but you're one.
聖者じゃんかっていうか
Actually, that mark on your face. Oh, this is the rat placed a curse on.
あんただったの
I
か
see. So it's you.
ああいやここのとこ
I was just wondering
あの
why
悪
that
霊が
rat
頻
had
繁
been
に
so
動くよう
active
になったから
recently.
さ
It
None-
seemed odd to me. Yeah, I think I might be the cause of that. The boy glanced at Kureha and quickly looked away. For now, I'm just glad you're safe. I'm sorry for dragging you into this.
彼女を恨ま
Don't
ないで
blame her. Ever since the school was sent
学
into
校
this
は異常
strange
な空間
dimension,
になっているから
she's
元
been
の
trying
父
to
親へ
return
戻
to
そうとしてい
normal
る
now. The boy gasped and looked up, his expression was honest.
赤い世界になってから
Ever since the world turned
壁に
red,
追突
I've
する
been
し
able to go through
物に
walls.
触れられる
I
し
couldn't
お
touch
かしいとは思っ
things.
てたんだけど
And I could touch things. I knew something was off. He seemed to be talking to himself as he stared down at the
さ
floor.
っき
You asked
神
about
殺
the
し事
divine
件について
invitation incident
聞い
earlier.
てきたよ
didn't
ね
you? Do you think you'll
この事件
return
を
to
紐
normal
解けば
now that you solve it?
写し
It isn't much the incident, but if I do solve the root of the forbidden root, I think we can find out more about the wrath.
協力できることがあるなら
If there is anything I can do
授業が受け
to
られな
help,
いの
I
嫌だから
will.
ね
I'd hate it if I couldn't attend the classes anymore. Really? I was overjoyed to have another person join our team right now. Thank you very much. I'd be more than happy to get your help.
俺からも礼を言う。
Allow me to thank you too.
ありがとう。
学校の空間がおかしく
Ever
なっ
since the school got seen
いろいろ
in this
変化してい
space,
ってるみたい
so many
だし
things have changed.
俺も
Might
便
as well
乗させてもらうよ
join in.
ああご
Oh,
めんごめん
excuse me. So it's.
協力
I suppose it's more
正しいよね
appropriate to say cooperate.
それじゃあ
Well,
早速だけ
let's
ど
get started then. The Wrath is a victim.
あの
That
赤は
Wrath is a victim of the
神
divine
下ろし事件の
invocations.
被害者だよ
You can tell from the kimono she wears. Huh? Then she actually has no association with Kureha whatsoever. Considering how nervous Kureha was earlier, perhaps this was for the best. I glanced at Kureha and he seemed deep in thought, staring at a single point on the ground. If that Wrath is a victim of the divine invocations, then we know 6 victims. Do you know anything about the Forbidden
俺
Root?
は名前し
I've
か
only
聞いた
heard the name, but none of
内
the
容は知ら
details.
ない
Actually, a girl had
というか
asked me about that
こ
just
の
the
前ある
other day.
女の子にそれ聞か
Oh, maybe it was you.
あれ
Is she one of you? Yes, she is. From the looks of it, it seemed as though Yui didn't mention anything about herself to him. But given his plan, she was bound to meet him eventually. She is a very kind and considerate girl. If you run into her again, I hope you'll talk with her. The boy nodded his head in agreement.
これからのことだが、
As for what
俺がまた
we should
悪
do
霊を引きつ
next,
けよう。
I'll try and distract the Wrathy.
僕も手伝います
Let me
クレ
know.
ハさんと
I'll
二
team
人
up
で引
with
きつけて
Kureha to help distract the
あり
Wrathy.
がとう。
Thank you.
それなら
Before you
お前
do
は
that,
彼
would
女
you
を保
mind
健室
taking
まで
her
送っ
back
て
to
く
the
れ。
nurse's office?
だったら僕が引き
In
継ぐ
that
役になる
case,
ので
how about as
ク
I
レハ
act
さんが連れて行った方が
decoy, and you take her back, Kureha?
俺にしかあの悪霊
I
は
think
つ
the
いてこな
Wrath
い
is
と思ってい
intent
る。
on following me, so please get her to safety before
頼んだ
trying
ぞ。
to help me, okay? Okay,
わかりました
alright.
全力で守ります
So, unfortunately, I'm going to explain something that I've discovered about Kureha, or about Hibiki's past. I don't think it's directly told in this route, since we're primarily focusing on Kureha. I think Hibiki was one of the people involved in the Divine Invocation incident, and he hung himself out of guilt. Now, that is my speculation and understanding from the bits that I have found of this game. But that's the best that I can understand of this. Hibiki sure looks happy. Looking back, Hibiki was all alone in the mirror until he met us. He spent his time avoiding everyone from the outside. I couldn't know what caused him to be like that, but you're not alone anymore, Hibiki. Hibiki smiled bashfully and said,
僕今が
I'm really happy with the way things are
結構気に入ってます
now. It's good to
友達が
have
できたり
friends. That's right. We are both your friends, Hibiki. Kureha and I both. With that, Hibiki smiled. It was the kindest smile I'd ever seen him make.
それじゃあ、俺は出る。
I'll
み
be
んなの無
going
事を
out
祈ってる
now.
ぞ。
Stay safe, all of you. With that, Kureha ran up to the central stair and exited out of the mirror. Kureha, you stay safe too. Oh, I was hoping we would get to chapter 8. I left the mirror world, but was unable to find the Wrath, yet I sensed something in the shadows. A dark presence not even trying to hide. I climbed down to the first floor and noticed it move. I proceeded toward the stairs, facing the main entrance, and ascended to the 3rd floor. While jogging through the place, I recalled the promise we'd made to each other. If I vanish, she said she would lose her mind. If anything, that told me how important I was to her. That said, I couldn't be happy about the situation. Her feelings toward me could act as shackles preventing her from returning to the mortal realm. Even so, it was too late to simply push her away now. If only I was alive. Even if I was alive, our lives were separated by an ocean of time. No matter what, our lives were
俺と彼
destined
女の人生
to
は
never
同じだ
intertwine. I knew that that was the case, but acknowledging it out loud still hurt. Come on, game. Now we're back to Misa. As Kureha distracted the rat, he would keep walking back safely to the nurse's office. I thanked Hideki, and he looked a bit sour. I have something important to do, so I will be gone for a while. And after saying that, he vanished. I wondered what important thing could be, and wanted to ask him where he was going, but I knew I had to focus on my own issues. As I said goodbye to him, he told me that I still had permission to use the mirror whenever I needed. The boy who said he would cooperate with us also entered the nurse's office with us.
この間
It's
ぶりじゃん
nice to see you again,
好きだ
Yusuke. Yui and I both looked at each other, surprised at the greeting.
私
I don't think I ever told you my name.
忘
Did
れ
you
ちゃった
forget already? I guess you couldn't possibly remember every single
一
servant
応
in the
の子
household.
なんだ
Yui's expression suddenly changed.
俺は
I was a servant of the Sukigawa dynasty, and a victim of its master.
申し訳ありま
I'm
せん
so sorry, not just for not remembering you.
私の父がしたことを謝りますせずに
This game is making me feel things.
いい
It's fine.
そういうのいらない。俺あんた
I
の
don't
こと
need
なんて
any
ない
of
から
that. I'm not holding any grudges against you, but I do hope that I can cross over.
正義
I will, in fact,
さ
I'd
せ
be
て
very
もらえる
grateful
のなら
for the
私
opportunity to
心
do
か
so.
ら
Yui held both the boys' hands tight. It seemed there were ghosts who understood that it wasn't Yui's fault. Though clearly not all of them felt that way. They each seemed to have their own way of dealing with the issue. With that, the three of us exchanged the information we found. As for Yui, she wasn't able to figure out the location of the room, but after hearing what we found out, a dejected look crossed her face.
あの悪霊が
So that rat was a victim of the incident. Her anger at what my father did turned her into a rat.
悪霊よ
Yui,
話なんてできなそうだし。どうす
I
る
doubt you'd be able to even
地下
talk
室
to
で
her.
も探してみて
So what are the next steps? Go try and find the basement. The boy clearly wasn't paying any attention to you and continued to speak matter of fact. Yes, that might be the best course of action. All the rumors seem to point to the forbidden room being the basement. And that rat is likely the spirit associated with the room. It was all still conjecture, but I felt that we were getting closer to the truth.
もし
If the
あの
forbidden
地下
room
室の
is in the
はず
basement,
なら
I still it. I know
私
where
は
that
その場所を
is,
知ってるわ
though I can't
未だにあるのか
say for sure it exists. Yui spoke with a gloomy expression as though she was trying to be with him. It was likely that Yui witnessed her father's crimes. I felt sorry for Yui, but I knew we had to investigate the basement. First, let's see if the room still exists. It seemed likely the forbidden room was in the basement of the estate, where one of the victims was hurt and crying. Would I be able to ask the rat for her meaning? If I'm anxious, but I have no choice but to keep moving forward. I forced myself to stay motivated. Okay, Chapter 8. We have literally 2 chapters left. Okay, so we are stopping here. So, for the CDH Warrior, I will see you next time. Have a great day. We will continue with Chapter 8. worthwhile to consider. There's 2 chapters left. Chapter 7 wasn't bad. Chapter 8 I think will be a little longer. And then we've got Chapter 9. He's no bloodthirsty. Oh. Chapter 9. Okay. So, for the CDH Warrior, I will see you next time. Let's see. Who is still... Basically nobody. I guess I am rating Kenya. There's not much of anybody online for a Monday evening. That's unusual. So I don't know how well this is going to work, but okay. Somebody needs a subathon with MK Fluffy and Hanya. We'll do Hanya. That shouldn't be too bad. She's been online for 4 hours. Or we've got MK Fluffy. We'll raid Fluffy. They're doing Battlefield 6, so it'll be a little bit different. But for the CDH Warrior, I will see you next time on Wednesday. Which will be another late stream, and hopefully we'll have 2 chapters, and then we'll actually start Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. And then we'll try and get the last of everything for the debut. Have a great day. I don't want to raid anybody big, that's why I don't want to raid any of you. Okay. Have a good day. They're just starting, so this will work well. And now I have 2 viewers. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day.